Hello and welcome to this Warno 1v1 game played on two ways between Fort Bragg Thug Shakers. Don't Google that. I had to, and I do regret it. And he's going up against ZXCVster playing KDA, and Fort Bragg's playing 82nd. They're on two ways. We'll cover the deck reviews, then the map, the matchup, the deployments, and the game. And as always, timestamps in the description. Right, so this is the deck review for Fort Bragg, and he's playing 82nd Airborne. I'm not sure if that's where they're located. So we'll go through it tab by tab. 82nd generally regarded as quite a weak division at the moment. Doesn't get played a lot. The Airborne and the Airborne Dragon are just a bit too expensive. Their prices have come down a little bit, but even things like the Black Hawk Transport is a bit too expensive for what it is. And yeah, it's fallen out of favor quite a lot since the Dragon 2 nerfs really hit this division quite hard. So it's regarded as quite a weak div. Because you've not got that many tanks and stuff, 2 cards of supply is reasonable. And so yeah, you need a car supply, that's your only option. And then for the second one, you've either got this, which is 1,000 supply. It's 2,000 supply for 90 points, or this, which is 2,000 supply for 65. The advantage of this is if you lose it, it's not a big deal. If you lose this, it's a big deal. Then for CVs, you've got a Helo CV, which you should never bring ever, and then a Humvee CV. So there's not a whole lot of choices here. In the infantry tab, we've then got another CV. So that's only 4 CVs. No, it's 6, my bad. So we've got another CV here. This is 9 men with smoke and AT for 60 points in a Black Hawk. I'd be bringing it in the Chinook because it's cheaper for the same speed. And it's got more HP, so it's more likely to survive. The guns on these don't really do anything. So I'd be bringing it in the Chinook personally, so it could be a bit more survivable. Then we've got aero rifles. Okay, I mean, you can bring it in the Black Hawk, right, if you want to shoot people. Because, yeah, if you've got 8 of them, they do a lot of shooting. So it can be worth bringing it in that to shoot people with. Because the idea is you use it to sponge and to soak hits and shoot people. And then you can sell it, even if it's on 1 HP with no ammo left. You'll get 100% of the cost back. This isn't Broken Arrow. So it can be worth bringing it in the Black Hawk, but I personally would bring the CV and the Chinook, and then I would keep these in the Black Hawks, because, yeah, okay, you want to shoot people, whatever. What you can do with 82nd Airborne is upvet some of this infantry, although given that there's 2 CV cards in here, maybe, and 2 tow cards, maybe not. But something like this is like an easy option to upvet, because you tend not to bring that much Helo infantry. Just tend not to bring that much. Then we've got, we might as well cover the other CV. So this is forward deployed, 12 strength with AT. Although they only have 4 AT, even though other 12 strength squads have like 8 or 6. Whatever. Or you could get this, which is just better in my opinion. For the same price, you get the same strength. And you get a better AT and you get smoke. And the transport's the same. So what's the point in this? You want to use that machine gun? I'd rather have the AT4s and the smoke and stay alive. This is like 2 rifles. This has 13 shooty power and this has 12. And it's got AT4s and smoke. So I feel like this is a much better option personally. Spoke about the Black Hawks. Airborne are just your standard infantry. 9 men for 65 points with AT4s isn't the best thing ever. M240 Bravos can't fire while moving, so they're belt-fed 7.62s, which is the worst. No, hang on, belt-fed 5.56 would be worse, but there aren't actually that many of those. I'm trying to think. What's the PKP? Is that 7.62? Anyway, because magazine fed is better than belt fed in this game for machine guns, which makes absolutely no sense, but they fire faster. The magazine fed ones fire faster. Anyway, we won't get into that. It's, yeah, if you compare Airborne to like So, okay, they get one more guy. So I guess that's the trade-off, but the machine guns are worse, I think. I know magazine fed's better than belt fed, but 7.62 is better than 5.56. But anyway, yeah, okay, I suppose it doesn't seem so unreasonable now. They used to cost more, and the price came down, so, you know. So, like, that's 9 guys with 2 machine guns. Sorry, with 2 machine guns and 2 rocket launchers, which is why that's 5 points more. Yeah, I suppose the price isn't so outrageous anymore. It used to be...
Hello, I like money.
Ryan Miller subscribed to the channel.
Thank you for subscribing to the channel, Ryan. It used to be... So, okay. Oh, they're 8 guys, but they're special forces. They used to call these guys FS Jaeger, now they're actually called Fallschirmjäger. Anyway, I suppose... Yeah, okay, fine. I think this squad is probably adequately priced now. Airborne Dragon are only 5 points more. They used to be like 15 points more. So it's not so bad anymore, actually, the Airborne. It's not as bad as it used to be. I do like the Aviators. I'm wearing some Aviators myself. They're supposed to get darker when it's more sunny. I took them to Saudi Arabia, and it turns out they don't work if it gets too hot. And I mean like 50 degrees Celsius, that's how much it was out there. And they don't work. They go very slightly green, but not fully. Whereas when I came back here and went outside, they would go dark. So, yeah, whatever. Don't get transition sunglasses if you're actually going to a proper sunny destination. Just get regular sunglasses. AB Fireteam Dragon. I mean, it is good to have like a cheap squad to just lock down an area. So, okay, right? It can be good to have a cheap squad to just lock down an area, and I suppose this does it better than these guys because the range, even though this is green and this is red, orange, this is better, or yellow, whatever. And look at the range is 675 yellow, 1250 red. This fires in forests now, so yeah, it's just so on something like urban front lines, this would be more useful, but in a deep forest, this would be more useful because it would fire faster. Whereas this can fire in forests, it's just it takes a while, right? You're not going to rapid salvo them all off. So it can work. Your other choice, something like this, which I really like, I would prefer this one. 50 points for the recoilless rifle, which can shoot infantry and vehicles. I vastly prefer this one, and it's the military police. So, but yeah, this can work. Oh, this can work for that role. Airborne engineers. So you run up to people and throw satchels at them, but this doesn't fire on the move. It's got this here. It still has a motion accuracy thing. Grenade launcher. This thing's pretty good, and you get the 1 vet for free because it's airborne. And then AB TOW2s. So he's got 6 TOW2s here, and then another 10 here. So and this has an ATGM. So I think that might be a bit overkill. But hey, if it works for you, it's just, 10, 16 TOW2s. It's quite a lot. Maybe you could swap one of these out to get a bit more infantry, and then upvet all your infantry. Because, like, let's say you swap it out for an airborne. I mean, I have seen plenty of people bring this like this, so maybe it could work. I mean, the idea is you're supposed to take a position at the start and then hold it for the rest of the game, so maybe it makes sense to have 16 TOW2, so let's just leave it like that. Arty, so this goes 4-3, so you might as well... I mean, do you really need 4? They will fire faster if you get 3, a 2 vet. And then this is for smoke. You can also use these for smoke, and they're not actually that much more expensive. So I think the way I build it is 6 of these, but I mean, it's just because this is a 1-point slot, really. Otherwise, I wouldn't, because there's nowhere else to put it. Otherwise, I would just keep these and not even have this, because these can smoke and shoot people. And then, yeah, a mortar for smoke, I guess. Tank tab, so we spoke about the 10 Humvee TOW2s. You do need them, to tell you the truth. And then the Sheridan, just for anti-infantry. Don't see this as a tank. It's more like an AVRE. It's just an anti-infantry thing. Because this has 1.5 HE. So it's not so bad against infantry. Not classed as a demolition gun, though. Interesting. And some people bring the CV one here, but you've already got 6 CVs, so that's all good. Recon, so this is... It's got hellfires and whatnot. It's kind of hard to keep alive, but it can be very useful at the start if you buy this with a fighter to protect it. This would be a good option. And then you can just shoot the enemy deployment coming down the road with the hellfires. You can also do that with A10s. But you don't get the A10 AT, which is the good one. The A10 rocket isn't that great because it takes 6 minutes to reload the rockets. Yeah. M551 ACAV, so this is the Sheridan, but in Recon. So this is like more fire support. It's just not got the ATGM. So yeah, your other options are this at 3 availability or this at 4 availability, but only very good optics. So yeah, this can work. Just it's very difficult to keep alive. The LAVs used to be 100 points, and now they're less. It's like a bad C&V these days, but they are good. They are really good if you can get them behind the lines, which you should always aim to do. Should always aim to, like, even halfway through the game, just buy one and send it all the way around the side. Very annoying on maps like 2 ways, which is what we're on today, I believe. Then LRS, so these guys have exceptional optics when stood still. And DMR, Special Forces, very nice squad. Comes on quite a few divs. Then the American Sniper, who have 2 snipers, or a sniper and a DMR. Unlike other nation snipers who get like a sniper and a rifle, or a DMR and a rifle, or a DMR and an SMG and stuff like that. So these are better than other nation snipers. A lot of people like to bring airborne scouts in the Humvee AGL, so you can get some grenade launchers on targets, and these guys have AT4s, so you can send them around the side and be annoying. But yeah, it can be useful to have a sniper, I suppose. I do like this unit, but you'd have to get rid of this, I guess. AA, so you don't have any IFVs, so this is your IFV, this kills the infantry. And then it's really, really good against infantry, and it gets the 1 vet for free. You can even bring it at 2 vet, because you've got all the Sheridans and stuff, and the grenade launcher infantry. So you can bring it at 2 vet, and then really mess people up. Very funny to use. Avengers, so airborne forward deployed, mobile, perfect stabilized AA. 100 km/h road speed makes your opener quite powerful. So this used to have a guy sat in here. Guess they took him out. And then airborne stingers, which are like the regular stingers, except you get 1 rank of veterancy for 5 points and forward deployment, and you don't come in a Black Hawk, which is a pain in the neck, so obviously you want the airborne ones. Helis, so I used to prefer the heavy hog over the regular hog, and then they increased the range of the regular hog. I still prefer the heavy hog, it's just probably not actually as good. It's only got 16 rockets, so get the calculator up. I really need to fix this chair, it squeaks a lot. Anyway, so 1.27 times by 0.3 times by 16 is 6 HE on target. Whereas this is 0.7 times by 76 times by 0.2. It's 10.6 HE on target. The thing is that this will fire much faster and then can go reload. And the supply cost is per rocket, not per kilogram of explosive or whatever. So this is actually more supply efficient to use. And it will fire faster, which means you can get out of dodge a lot faster. Because, like, let's say it really does have a reload rate of 155, a rate of fire of 155, so to shoot, so 155 rockets per second, which means, whoops, 155 divided by 60 is 2.58 rockets per second. Okay, so 8 divided by 2.58. So it'll take 3 seconds to fire all these for 6 HE, because they're both fired at once. It'll take 3 seconds. Whereas this Assuming this is correct. 78 divided by 60 is 2.96 rockets per second. 38 divided by 2.96 is 12.8 seconds to get them all out. So wouldn't you rather not be dead by firing your payload in 1/4 of the time? Then tow cobras for shooting bad guys. Then the Apaches, right? So I vastly prefer the ATAS. Oh, never mind. I thought that was the ATAS Apache. It's not. These can work if you bring all 4 of them, but I mean, they're just not that great, in my opinion. The Apache ATAS is nice because it's still got the Hellfires on it with the Stingers. So, yeah, this is Hellfires and rockets, or you can just get Hellfires for the same price, but it's got more Hellfires. These do fire their Hellfires really quick, but, I mean, generally, if you fired 8 Hellfires at somebody, chances are you've done what you came there to do, and it's time to leave, so I think it's alright bringing the rocket ones. Air tab, so Eagle, Phantom. So the Eagle's got buffed, so now this has the... no, hang on, this is the wrong Eagle. This Eagle has less range than this Phantom, because in real life the AMRAAM goes less far than the Sparrow, which is why they replaced the Sparrow with the AMRAAM. Don't Google that, just blindly believe me. The AMRAAM definitely didn't have like 2 to 3 times the range of the Sparrow or anything. Don't listen to that. So, cheap fighter, expensive fighter, right? Loses to an Su-27. Then, yeah, AT plane, really good AT plane. C to protect the AT plane, and C to protect the LGBT, so I think that's all good. What I would say is, you know, you get rid of this ACAV, and then you can get another LGBT, right? Do you really need that ACAV? You've got fire support here. You've got more Sheridans here, right? You've got the LAVs, so what do you need the ACAV for, really? It's not got an ATGM unlike the other one, right? Do you need good optics? I mean, what's it for? So, wouldn't you rather have an extra LGBT plane? Switching to his opponent's deck, we've got ZXCVster. So I recently learned that the reason he's called that is because of the keys on your keyboard, right? ZXCV are all together, so... it's really hard to pronounce, but whatever. So he's playing KDA. KDA has been popular since the Reservist rework. Makes KDA better, but not actually as good as you might think, because the KDA Schutzen have the Reservist and the Militia trait, which means that they just have the old Reservist trait, and this wasn't Reservist to begin with. So they're basically unchanged. And none of these guys had Reservists, right? Apart from that. The only thing that's really improved for this division are the T-34s, which you don't bring anyway, really. And the T-54s. Well, no. Literally the only thing that's improved for this division is this unit. Surely it can't be so. There's probably something in the recon term. No! Literally the only thing that's improved for this division from the rework change... Oh, the Schwimmpanzer as well. Wow, well... Sorry, guys. I forgot. Yeah, so... not ideal, really. But people like Reservist changed. If you want to play a good packed div Reservist change, you want to play 157Y, because the Reservisti are now absolutely ridiculous. Somebody said that sometimes it sounds like my mic has some background noise. That's because I've got a fan on in my room. Whoops, I just knocked over my fan. I'll just edit this part out. Debating whether or not to point it at myself and mess up my audio. You can just cope with it, I suppose. I deserve to be cool. Makes the casting better if I'm not warm. Anyway. 3 cards of supply. Okay. Car 1, big car 1, Helo 1 for the arty, basically. Yeah, I mean, if you lose this, you are molding. Because that's 1 card's worth of supply in that 1 helicopter. It is kind of hard to kill, though. Even if you hit it with artillery directly on the ground, it usually survives. It's pretty dumb. And then 6 CVs, 3 wheeled and 3 armored wheeled. Sure, I mean, you've got 9 CVs here. Maybe consider getting this instead of this one. And then there you go. Now you've got You can literally get 2 of these for less than the price of that. And then you can just buy 2 of these at the start and not have to worry about CVs and whatnot. Put it next to your arty, and you've still got 8 CVs, which is more than enough. Infantry. So, for starters, you don't need that many KDA Schutzen at all. Reservist are better anyway. I don't think you need that much KDA Schutzen. Then we've got 30mm grenade launcher, so it's like the 30mm grenade launcher. It's like the one on Airborne, except not as good. Pioneers for satchels, yes. Pioneer Flam are really not that great. They're really not that great. Flamethrowers got nerfed a lot ages ago, and they just never really fixed them, so now they're just terrible. KDA Führer in the faster transport. Yeah, makes sense. 6 guys. They'll run away, but they've got 3 availability, whereas this is like less HP, but 2 availability. Still less HP. These guys are 3 availability and have Estrella. What? And aren't... This is just so much better. Why is he bringing this one? Probably because it's cheaper. Because look, that's 50 points, whereas this is, 95. So I guess he's bringing this because it's cheaper. The Strela doesn't really help you too much, really. All it's going to do is miss anyway. But having 8 HP and not running away as much is a pretty big deal. So worth thinking about. 3 cards of KDA Schutzen, which you don't really need. I think you need maximum 2, I think. I prefer the Reservist anyway. Even something like this is actually really good. In a forest or whatever, and it comes in the BTR 60. Like, what's not to like? Don't really think you need... Look, it's even cheaper than the KDA Schutzen, and it'll help you win fights because it's got 3 machine guns. KDA Schutzen just die a lot and don't really do anything, because they've got this militia trait which makes them run away. Unlike the, what are they called, provincials on Div Mob. Those guys are pretty cool, and they don't have the militia trait, so they actually beat KDA Schutzen. And they're cheaper. They've got less HP, though. Yeah, these are your 10 guys. They used to be called Zargo Tryhards, but the History Lobby changed their name because they don't like being accused of trying hard, because obviously they don't actually play the game, they just sit in the armory all day, so I suppose it makes sense. Nice anti-infantry squad with 3... This bug is still in the game? Wonderful. Right, whatever. I'll just cope. No, what? I'm actually going to do a cut here so I can restart my game. Right, so after that extremely common occurrence of Hippie editing, you literally see Hippie editing all the time. Yeah, wow. These guys are good. You put them with the KDA Schutzen, or the KDA Schutzen are useless. Does this actually remove the militia trait? Remove any reservist traits from them? It's worth checking. Anyway, I think I did change some stuff back here. Yeah, I put these in, didn't I? Okay, even some... I mean, yeah, whatever. Then he's got Modshots and BTR in the SPW60, and they've got a decent RPG. Conco's team, Unspeakable 1 team. Yeah, that's fair enough, really. Sadly, these are all 1-point slots, so it's worth filling it. RT, so... Mortars for smoke, you should bring it in the MTLB so it doesn't get counter-batteried as easily, because you can load it back in this and survive. It's worth noting that this goes M43. Anyway, this goes 4,925 meters, whereas the Belgian one goes 3,500 meters. This is obviously large caliber. It's better. Bring the large caliber one. And then Malka for shooting ATGMs and whatnot, and the BM21 napalm. So this is what the the cheap CV, the cheap CV and the Grozovi are for, right? You follow this thing around and shoot napalm at people, drag the game out for as long as possible to kill as many people with this as possible. It feels like kind of a shame to not load up this tab a bit more, and get like the Smirch and the second Malka and whatnot. You're expecting a long game as KDA, I think. Anyway, the way Fortitude Fence plays KDAs, he just brings all the T62s. I honestly think this is dreadful. It's got a heat gun on it, which means it doesn't get better the closer it gets. It doesn't have smoke or anything. It is cheap, but I would prefer T62M1s at 135 points and just open with a bunch of T62s and just play a slow game. And then this is for the defense, right? You bring in the MTLB so it doesn't get counter-batteried, and it's got a very nice long-range missile on it. Not good on the offense. So he's not brought this, which is really good for sneaking around the side and hurting people. And then he's not brought this either, which is also really good for sneaking around the side and hurting people. So he's not brought the Recon Helo. Yeah. Got plenty of infantry recon though, I suppose. These slots aren't cheap. AA? Right, here's an idea. Get rid of one of these. Say the KDA shuts in, you don't really need that many. Get rid of 2 bucks, because why the hell do you need more than 2 bucks? Is it because you keep getting seeded because you're bad at the game? Have you tried not being bad? Right, and then you can get this, and you might think, wow, I'm losing 2 bucks and 12 infantry to get this. So useful. So useful. You send it around the side and shoot enemy stuff. Shoot enemy AA pieces. Or you could get the Recon Helo. Also very, very, very useful. Helps you with your air spam. Right? How do you need 4 bucks for? In a 1v1. Anyway. I mean, you can do it this way. It's just dumb. So, what was it? You can do it this way, right? There's nothing particularly awful about it. And then, yeah, Strelas, which you should be max vetting, because why do you really need 2 more? There's still only 45% accuracy at 2 vet. And then this, which is good against infantry, very useful piece of kit. Basically, people would bring both of these. At which point, yes, you get rid of the bucks again, and then there you go, you get this. And this is more anti-infantry. You can start betting them and so on. Very good against infantry. Very good piece of kit, this one. There's a reason it costs more. It's because it's better. Actually, is it? You get more of them. So I suppose at the same vet, you know, well, whatever. Helis, so this thing's terrible. It really is. As soon as it gets into range to use this, it dies. You just get rid of that. Oh, what do you know? Now you can get rid of this. or this one. And or you could even keep it, and then there you go, there's your second Malka. Right, something like that. Or you could get rid of this and get rid of that Malka, and then get you know, an MI2 or something, Recon Helo, or this thing, you know, or these. Just something to frustrate the enemy, right? I don't know. I mean, he's a good player. He plays a lot. You would assume that, well, whatever. He must have a good reason for doing what he's doing. The Rocket 2 is the best one because it's got 196 rockets on it, I think. 192, something like that. 128 plus 64 is 188, 192, yeah. Air tab, so 6 fighters. They're 3 per card for some reason, even though they're pretty decent anyway. I'm not sure why they're 3 per card. And then, yes, the HE bomber, 2 AT bombers, and the Seed. So, yeah, okay, I mean, sure, why not? I actually, like, this is actually really good, because it reloads in 16 seconds. So I actually prefer this to this one. Because it's cheaper. And well, actually, I mean, this reloads in 2 minutes. It is very good. These are good against tanks. I like this on 4th. I use this on 4th. But I don't actually have access to this on 4th, so maybe that explains it. Yeah, that's it for the deck reviews. I mean, you know, he clearly plays a lot. So, and he plays KDA a lot, because I keep seeing him on KDA. But it is kind of weird that he's bringing these T-54 AMs when they're so bad. Anyways, I'll see you in game. Right, so with that out of the way, let's talk about two ways. Basically, there is a good side and a bad side. Red is on the good side because it's a lot easier to attack Golf than it is to attack Alpha from blue side. And Charlie is easier to defend from this side because you've just got more space, you've got more real estate, you get these houses, which are really nice. Look, this one can see all the way down there, and it can see all the way up there. So yeah, red definitely on the better side. In terms of the divisions, red has the better division. 82nd used to be very, very popular, but after the nerfs to dragons and whatnot, 82nd has really fallen out of the meta, especially since the vision rework. It's a lot easier to see people now. So these airborne divs just aren't as good. KDA has seen a resurgence, particularly in team games. Like, I've won tournaments and where my teammate played KDA. Like in the semi-finals, he was playing KDA and we were winning. So KDA is a very good div. You gotta basically play it around the T62s, which this guy doesn't do. I've got another game of KDA played by ZXCVster on the channel. I'll link it in the description if I remember. Yeah, so in terms of the matchup, you'd basically expect 82nd to win at the start and then lose as the game goes on, as the T62s just kill everything. And the obviously red superior artillery, the BM-21 Napalm. He does have a Malka. He's got a lot of planes, although 82nd's got a lot of planes as well. And 82nd's Shorad, the AB Stingers are pretty good, actually. So it's mainly going to come down to a ground game where red excels because he's playing KDA, so he's got infinite infantry. As long as his micro's good, he should win. So, looking at the deployments...
Hello, I like money.
Disgrace subscribe to the channel.
Thank you for subscribing to the channel, Disgrace. We've got 3 Aufklärer recon going here. ZXCVster chooses not to bring the recon helos or anything. So he's reliant entirely on infantry recon. He doesn't even have any vehicle recon. It's a very strange build. Then the PaK 100mm coming out to here with the 18 AP Super Mega Missile. I'm surprised he's put it there, to be honest. I'm not sure what that's for. Surely, like, if you want to cover this, it would be here. Right, something like that would cover you pretty well. And it would also cover over here, so I'm not sure what this is for, really. I guess he really expects somebody to end up here. But even if he did, one here would still be able to help out a little bit. Well, maybe not. But, like, here would be good too, I guess. I don't know, I'm not sure why it's going there, really. Then we've got a KDA Aufklärer also going to the middle. So he's actually sending 2 infantry recon to the same spot there. Yeah, fair enough, because, like, one will die. These guys should get there first. He should be able to take this. Surprised he's not going for it. Then 2 KDA Schutzen. No military police with that. Two Vet T-54 AMs. And the PaK AT gun. So if this is coming here, why is this one going there? Because you're expecting to have this at the start, so I don't really understand this at all. You would think it would be like at least there to cover this way, or really what you sort of want to just plonk it there and then shoot down the main road, turn off cover. On the right, Aufklärer for Alpha, and then he's very much expecting to be forward deployed, rushed onto Alpha, which is interesting, really. It's not actually what's happening. Because why would it? I mean, the forward deploy... If you're blue, you want to try and win mid. Because, essentially, if you're blue, the enemy might attack Golf. So the way you win is you put a bunch of guys on Golf, and you attack mid. And then you can hold this line, and then, you know, your AA here helps the AA here and whatnot. Whereas if you try and rush Alpha, you've also got to put a bunch of guys on Golf. So you've got guys here, and then guys here, not much in the middle. So it's just not ideal, really. The way you win if you're on red side is you either rush Golf, or you just rush Charlie and don't rush Golf, or you come down here and you just cut this, and then you can push Charlie fairly easily if you just do a big conga line down here, because that's something blue generally doesn't expect. because he'll be like in here, and you would just come up behind him with a bunch of tanks and just, oh, he can't reinforce now, and then you attack Charlie. So much easier from red side, I gotta tell you. It's so much easier this map from red side. But instead, he just seems to think the enemy's attacking Alpha, which, you know, if he had the recon healers, which we spoke about in the deck review, which he refuses to bring, I'm not sure why. Anyway, he would know, but I don't think he's gonna know. So he's putting 2 Strelas, a 30mm, a Pioneer, 3 KDA Schutzen, Uselania, Unspeakable 1, two AA guns, and a CV in Alpha. He's really expecting to be attacked on Alpha, very much so. He's put all his eggs in that basket, basically. Switch into his opponent's deployment. Fort Bragg here is not attacking Alpha. He has Fire Team Dragon here, Stinger here, a Sniper, LRS, and the Humvee. Generally, right, if you're not attacking Alpha, this is a few too many units to be putting here. You really just need one. There. And then you see if he's coming down here, and you see all that. But yeah, I mean, presumably all this will do something. It won't just sit there. So I guess it makes it is now a good idea to have those there. It's quite rare to see that. Then we've got 3 Fire Team Dragons. I don't know about these, to be honest. I mean, I said they're good for, like, holding flanks and stuff, but he's literally just using them as his main army, which I don't think is a good idea. So yeah, one looking down this road. That would be a perfect place to put a Fire Team Dragon. But then, yeah, for mid, you kind of want tankier infantry. And then a grenade launcher, a Stinger, a Sniper, 2 Humvee 2s. Okay. And forward deployed CV for Foxtrot Golf, and another one for Echo Charlie. Then in Golf, he has to defend this because Red might attack it. Although, you know, KDA doesn't get Airborne forward deployment. But Airborne fire teams, again, and then a Stinger, Tow 2, and an LRS going to the church because religious people can see further than atheists. So now that I've fulfilled my daily quota of saying that, let's cast the game. Right, so they're off, and it's time for me to thank the generous channel joiners generously joining the channel. They get the names on the screen, they get the videos early, they get members exclusive videos. One join at the lowest level is worth 2,000 views, so if you're feeling bad about your ad block, it's a great way to support the channel. This is currently my sole source of income, so that's why I shill like my life depends on it, because it is. Trying to finish the PhD, trying to watch this guy fail to take Echo, and then reverse back in. He interrupted a perfectly good shilling attempt there. Now we have to talk about Warno. Can you believe it? Talking about Warno, as opposed to just using this as an outlet to vent about my life. Which is basically what I do. So yeah, I do wonder how fast ZXCVster will... I suppose he's American. ZXCVster. I'm not saying that. Anyway, and no, he's doubling down. He's buying a buck for it now. He really expects to be attacked here. But yeah, all he had to do was get rid of one set of bucks and get rid of an infantry, right? And then he could have had it all. He could have had a recon helo, and then he'd actually know what was going on, as opposed to just doing this and being blind. So yeah, this is just a massive waste. Meanwhile, his enemy's attacking mid, so... So yeah, if depending on how aggressively Fort Bragg plays here, he should just be able to take this. Interestingly enough, this would actually get there first if he'd gone for it. Didn't know that. Because this is at 100 and it's airborne forward deployment. Wow, getting very lucky there. I mean, this has 75% accuracy. Still hasn't unloaded it. And yeah, wow. So if you're blue, you want to buy a supply now. And this is just ridiculous. He's just left so many guys in here for seemingly no reason. His CV micro's alright though, like he's bringing this one up. Lots of Tow 2s just failing to kill this Mr. Temple here. Very lucky man. Very skill-based man. Anyway, this shouldn't be doing that, really. You want to stay in the forest. If you really want to shoot down there, you can put this one here, I think, and then you can shoot down there. And then this should stay there anyway, so that it can shoot down here. In the meantime, ZXCVster still buying these T-54AMs. They are very bad. And he's not really doing anything with these, just kind of sitting there. Blue on the +3, but not for long. Once ZXCVster loads up his SPW here, he'll be able to move it in. Sniper is not being spotted. He does need to put it on. No, no, you need to stay in the forest. Oh dear. Oh. Anyway, Humvee Tow 2 just sort of... I mean, that's just... Yeah, he was doing that before as well. Like, what's the point in that? I don't... Leave it in the forest. Sniper spotted now because he's left the safety of the trees. And yes, the Tow 2s one-shot these. You need 12 armor to survive a Tow 2. And the sniper, because it's shooting, has been revealed. So really, you want to put this on return fire so that it doesn't shoot until it's shot at. And there you go, the Humvee Tow 2s were just saving their luck until that moment there. So there you go, they got 2 hits. MiG-21 Bis coming in. So yeah, if you're against KDA, you should expect like first or second tick bombers basically every time. So he needs more than one stinger in mid, really. Like he misses anyway because of the flight characteristics of this. This basically just couldn't bend fast enough to get him. And yeah, this sniper, yeah, I mean, I don't even bring him, man. I think it's just a waste of a slot. But yeah, it can be useful. It's just if you don't use them properly, they just die. Like that, I don't know. So yeah, the fire team Dragons taking out the SPWs there. KDA Schutzen getting routed because he didn't actually bring the Usolani with them. So he buys 2 more and still doesn't bring the Usolani. And then he buys 2 more and he still doesn't bring the Usolani. There's one here. What's it even called? Usolania. 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 Well, whatever. I'm calling it a Zargo Tryhard. That's what it used to be called. I'm sick of censorship in my video games. Town militia indeed. Been playing some Age of Empires 3 recently. But anyway, we said we'd talk about the game. So, look at this. As you know from the debt review, it fires its whole payload in 3 seconds. Whereas the other one fires in 10. So yeah, very, very cool. What you always want to use it with a supply. That's kind of the whole point. Because then it can immediately do it again and again and again. And you get some very high DPS out. But yeah, at least he's got a fighter out to protect it. So that's good. And it is firing its chain gun. Sadly, it doesn't have too many rounds on that bad boy. And it's not actually that good, but I mean, it's doing something. So, yeah, would love to see like a mortar or something. Here we go, a couple 105s. I mean, you don't really have a choice as 82nd. You don't get heavy RT, so that's your heavy RT. There's the MiG-21 Bis. It'll be up every 2 minutes unless he kills it or wounds it, in which case it'll take longer. And yeah, the fire team Dragon, pretty good in these instances. Took out SPW there, and it's probably going to get another one. Damn. So yeah, it's good if you've got the range. So on the, like the new map, whatever it's called, Omen, it's actually a really good map for Dragons and Metis. In the meantime, Airborne engaging KDA Schutzen. You'd expect the KDA Schutzen to lose because he hasn't put a Usolania with them, which he's bought now. That removes the Reservist and the Militia debuffs. I believe it removes Militia. I mean, this says it should, but that doesn't necessarily mean it has. It does. Anyway, this bombing run should be pretty effective. Yeah, it basically gets them both. But he loses it because now there's... Oh, okay, that was just the Phantom getting that second shot off. Phantom gets hit by a Buck missile. I'm not sure where it came from. Must have been... Yes, it was this one. And yeah, ZXCVster still just kind of sitting here. It's kind of weird. Like, he plays a lot. He's a really good player, but... yeah, I don't know. He just wants to sit around and not use half his guys. So it loses another MiG-21 Bis there. I should probably buy the Malka or save up for the Napalm Grad. Whoa, if that had hit, it would have actually killed it because the AA gun that was here, this thing dealt 1 damage. So there's only one MiG-21 Bis HE left. He does have 4 anti-tank planes, but against 82nd Airborne, that doesn't really matter. And yeah, somewhere like here is actually pretty good for the Dragons, because they can just shoot across the entire width of it. But yeah, I'm expecting to see, like this should have been resupplied ages ago. You don't really need the Apache, you just need to keep repairing this, and then you can just use it. Whoa, I mean, this is really not in a good spot at all. I'm surprised it's not dead, to be honest. But yeah, So he's starting to get his Usilanes in, but like even look, there's 2 more unsupported guys here. This is the 3rd MiG-21 BIS HE. The Avenger and the Stinger hit it twice because you know, 65% accuracy, 70% accuracy. It's only got 10% ECM, and this was here anyway. So he should probably evac this now. Turn off auto cell on these. He has. Or is it just off by default? Looks like it's just off by default. And then start hitting this. But yeah, if you're red, basically ZXCVster should not have been pushing here. He should have just sat here. He's in the better position, and then bought the napalm grad, and then just started doing it that way, because that would have been so much more useful. But anyway, the book misses the eagle there. He's running out of rounds. It's in the wrong place, really. I mean, for starters, if he'd put it next to this, it would have 5% more accuracy. And also he could move it up closer. He knows he's free up to here, right? He's got the supply and whatnot. So, yeah, what can I say? Airborne engineers trying to fight the KDA Schutzen, but now they have the military police. You see this reservist thing here? Doesn't come up anymore. Now it has this icon instead. So, yeah, very effective. He is abusing the 23mm guns reasonably well. He could do with a couple more of those. Frankly, both sides... Yeah, here's a VADS. Blue needs to get a little bit better at resupplying his infantry. It's getting quite low. Like, he needs a lot of supply. He needs to buy the Chinook and just like dump it back here or something. Anyway, ZXCVster finally starting to get off the map a little bit. This isn't really in a good spot. This Lav could kill this, but he doesn't see it. And yeah, he should really be buying the arty. That's how he would win. All he has to do is buy that napalm grad and just... Where is he? He's there. Okay, put 10 rounds there. Okay, you own that now. You know, get from here to here. Oh, is he shooting you? Go back. 10 rounds there. Okay, now you've got it. And then just move up here. Oh, next round, 10 rounds. You don't use all 40 on one thing. That's just dumb. Losing guys in the transports there, sadly. And then eventually you push him back to here, and then he literally just can't dodge it. He just... Brrr. So, yeah, a bit of a strange gameplay. The Apache's getting hit now by the ZU. Really, the 105 should be shooting that. There we go. Apache makes it. He just needs more and more supply. I put like the Chinook back here, and then you can just keep using these to and from. In the meantime, ZXCVster very much committed to just sitting on this zone. Made no attempt to come around here. I'll take this and get to here with all these troops. Just kind of sitting there. It's sad, really. Okay, there you go. Something is happening. Interesting using the Humvee to try and spot units if it gets captured, but you don't get a notification when it's captured, so the 105s with corrected shot can kill something like this if there's 2 of them. I did recommend in the deck review that he up-vets them, then you'd get 3 instead of 4 and they'd be at 2 vets. So there you go, they do actually do something if they have corrected shot. Got 2 units there, so... There's the VADS, you see how effective it is? It's actually more effective than the thing he just killed, although it is more expensive. 50 points instead of 30. And yeah, these have a very long salvo length. Aero rifles coming in. I'm surprised he went for that and not just regular airborne dragon. Just buy more and more regular airborne dragon. Get him here, get him here. Bit of a weird one. Anyway, this guy's still coming around, but it will capture this. It's just I don't think he'll get a notification when it's captured. I don't think you do. So, how much can this see? Because can it see this? I don't think it can. And yeah, blue needs to up his supply game a bit. Like, these should be cycling a bit faster, like this should have been repaired and whatnot. There's the napalm grads, right? So that's how it's done, but not really, because he's gone for the... He's trying to snipe the CV, basically. Which is just kind of hanging out here. This must be classed as forest, man. How does he not see that? So, yeah, that was... What he should be doing is... you see 10 rounds. What he should be doing is pushing him back with it, right? So you got to sort... So, you know, get this guy up to here. Whoa, there's loads of them there. Pull back. Brrr. And then get... He needs a few guys here as well. He needs to cross over here. Basically, the way you win mid is you push these sides. You don't just run up and down here, because then you get shot in the side. Sadly, there seems to be a tendency to just, you know, punch from here to here constantly. So what he can do is not sell the Blackhawks and then fly all the Blackhawks over with the LGBT and the Seed behind. And then the LGBT and the Seed... Here we go, this is a bit more like it. And then the LGBT and the Seed will... there you go, Sniper's gone. Stop interrupting me. No, he's selling them. Oh, that's a shame. The LGBT and the Seed will get the books, and the LGBT can also get the books, or it can just get this. So yeah, selling these is a big mistake. He should blob them all up and then use them all at once. You know, with a recon helo or something, and then just ping all the targets, get some planes up at the same time. It takes a while to build up to it, but it's not like anything else is going on. Both players just committing to just fighting over this middle point. No anything. But yeah, at least he's bought the RT. Not sure about that. That was kind of dumb, really. There wasn't even anybody here. Basically, when you buy a plane, you've got to shift click back here a bunch of times. Otherwise, it will just fly into the middle of the map and die like that. Anyway, these haven't moved, so now we should know that they're there. And, you know, Blackhawks and Seedplane and LGBT. Or just hit him with the 105s. He might get them. Probably won't, but... I don't think he has corrected shot, especially with that sniper being dead there. But yeah, this is really rough for blue. Now that ZXCVster has realised, oh yeah, I can just napalm grab everything. It's kind of hard for blue to do anything because he's just getting pushed out of all this stuff. So he's trying to reclaim the areas he's lost, which is good. This guy is wasting quite a few volleys. He didn't get a CV for it, so it's not... I mean, he's called CVster, but he's not got a CV on it. This is still back here, not next to the CV. At least he's resupplied it. But yeah, if he got a CV next to it, it would reload a lot faster. Avenger's about to get hit there. And yeah, this is where KDA comes into its own. You could just RT everything. Yeah, like a mortar back here would be useful. Just get some mortaring going. Obviously, you got a 105s would probably kill that. As for Thug Shakers, he's not using these. I mean, another thing you could do is send all the Blackhawks with these behind, and then hopefully some planes or whatever, and then the Blackhawks get hit. Oh, he's selling them. In the meantime. That's pretty funny. Did he see this? No, he's just trying to do his own wraparound. That's so funny. And in the oh, man. Because it's not an attack move, it didn't stop. So he is going to get in. I guess he could just send this back. It is pretty funny how the ones he sent this way, he just kind of left here. He's using the Humvees to spot, so maybe he did actually see it with that. But yeah, it's a damn shame he's selling these Blackhawks. He should really be using them. And then, like, the 105 should be shooting now. Hello. There's targets. They're just kind of sat around. Not using the helicopters either. There's literally one Strela here. The Bucks, if they hit it, will kill it. But, you know, if you're going low altitude, then he can't see you. But that is very difficult to maneuver. So, you know, Malka's chiming in here on this fight. But it looks like he's just getting pushed back by weight of numbers. You see the Usilania things here. Now, here we go. Here's the helicopters. But this is why you send the Blackhawks first, so that they take the hits. So, Strela's not really reacting. But once it does, you know. At least he's put the Apache first, because that's got more HP and more ECM. Okay, now he's not. And there's the Malka. So, yeah, Strela doesn't hit him. It's not particularly surprising. He should... What's he doing? He's sort of freaking out. Alright, now he needs to leave. 105 should immediately be going on that Strela position. Needs a Usilania in here. And here we go. So this is capped. And now we can just use the Blackhawk to find it. Or just get halfway and then give up. This is a high-level game. These are high-level players. I mean, I know ZXCVster is. He plays a lot of ranked. Plays in the tournaments and stuff. And his opponent is beating him, so at the moment, anyway. So you would assume that he's also high-level. AB Fireteam Dragon could get behind something here. Now it's ZXCVster's turn to just fly a jet over the middle. Basically, what happens is if you buy one and then right-click on the Apache, and then it loses sight of the Apache, it will just fly into the middle of the map and die. So that's probably what's happening there. Anyway, he just needs to get a little bit better at checking this, because he is now losing a bit. There we go, he's seen it, and this will just finish it off with the Hellfire. And there it goes, but it holds the zone for quite a bit, so he will lose some more points there. In the meantime, ZXCVster has bought a CV for his BM-21 Napalm. He just needs one for the Malka now. Spoke about this in the deck review, how he had 9 CVs and he could have swapped 3 out for 2 very cheap ones to go with his R2. And yeah, I mean, Blue, he just can't deal with the artillery. He needs to get, you know, a siege and an L. He needs to try doing like a massed air wave, I think, with the helos, but he already sold the helos and he's not really using his arty at all. He's got a lot of targets, right? I mean, these fire quite quickly. So in 16 seconds he could be helping this, but you know, he would win this fight. Because like this takes ages to A. This is 26 seconds. And you see people are moving, so the supply game's gotten better, though. He's got some supply. He did buy the chin-up. He needs to sell this one. So the T-62 was showing its side armor there and died in 1 hit to a Humvee tow. Must have been, because otherwise it wouldn't die in 1. Yep, side armor. That can happen if you leave auto cover on and then leave it here. It will be like, I'm going to go in here, and then it shows its side armor and dies. In the meantime, Thug Shaker getting pushed back here. Does need some recon in mid. Here we go, Napalm. What he also needs is a backup CV, because this can just hit him at any time and push him off the zone. So, Toe Cobra got hit there. Needs to go back immediately and heal. There's a lot more Strelas here than there were the first time. LAVs around the side, always good to see. It's like, this does actually have an RPG, but you know, something else Blue could do is try and get up here and back here with a couple, like an LAV and an Avenger. I believe the LAV would see this and shoot it and then go up. The Avengers for when he sends the helicopter right. A couple infantry behind, something like that. Like, this map is wide and it's got a lot of avenues of attack. You can go all the way around the sides and whatnot. Look, now he's trying it. But yeah, both players, I mean, I suppose he sent 2 CVs, but it was like, it's a very half-assed attempt. Anyway, this is the problem with getting through to the other side, that you immediately get shot, right? That Toe Cobra went down because he just didn't heal it. And here's the Napalm. There, he does have a secondary CV. So the Avenger's probably going to die. This depends on these hits, right? And you see, Red's artillery should just let him take this zone quite easily. If you're Fort Bragg here, you really want to try and take this out with the LAV. I think this is a smart move. All that happens now is, so you might get unlucky and there might be a tank coming down at the same time, but he knows roughly where it is because it keeps shooting from roughly the same place. He is moving after every shot, which is good. Stop counter battery, but you know, he's not moving it that far, which you wouldn't really expect him to do. This thing's very fast off-road. 105's trying to take stuff out there. Humvee gets burnt to death. I guess he's aiming for this. I'm not sure how he saw it. Oh yeah, because of this LRS. Yeah, just going to struggle to hit targets at that range. Right, LAV goes on the napalm ground and kills it. Now it's probably going to get the CV. And now he's going for more. He assumes there's more here, but the Malka's actually quite pushed up. So that's really bad news if you're ZXCVster. Really bad news. Seaplane purchased for the Helo. Wow, Helo gets routed by the Bucks. That was nowhere near it. Whatever, man. Anyway, yeah, you can use this to take out Helos. Those 4 HP Helos you basically just need to put on the ground if you're not actively using, like that. And yeah, the LAV was a very good play. He did take out because now he's got a much better chance, because there's only one Malka here and it's not even shooting all the time, so he's got a much better chance now. Now that he's not being set on fire, so yeah, credit to him. You got to take out that napalm grad if you can. Send healers around the side and stuff. That's bad news, isn't it? 2 shots, 2 hits on those Bucks against the Seed, so that's why you always send it with a bomber. Or 2 Seed even. But generally you send it with a bomber. Or you send it from really far away so that it just loses one and then gets out. Although those were the first 2 shots for 2 hits there. Anyway, the LAV got taken out by the tank. Thus ends his reign of terror. And Blue's managed to take a lot more ground back now. He just keeps leaving these in... Is that actually classed as cover? Maybe it is. I don't think it is. It might be. Everything's on fire. It's kind of hard to tell. So, yeah, that anti-tank gun's still there, apparently. I was going to say, I'm surprised he can see that. He couldn't. He lost vision. And, yeah, this VADS would take out those helos if it can. Just more and more KDA Schutzen coming. If you're Blue, I mean, you've got quite a nice operational reserve here. This is interesting as well. You can also use the howitzers to smoke it. The light howitzers. So he's going for that pack again, and he gets it. Needs to watch these. That's not intelligent, really. He has got the stinger up. But, you know, he needs to hide. Don't just run into the helos and die. What's he doing? Well, you hate to see it. And, yeah, the VAD's really taking some names here. But, yeah, that was like 120 points just died there, so not great. Eagle versus MF. The book is out of rounds, which is why it didn't fire. And the Sneed finishes off the MiG-23 because it has the second best short-range missiles in the game on it. The best are a packed one, which KDA does not get. So yeah, good play from Blue. Taking out that Napalm Grad was pretty crucial, to tell you the truth. Anyway, the VADS is now opening up on the rocket, and with the Stinger it gets it. So good plays. He does need some like ammo up to here. He's got some. Malcolm moment. Malcolm needs some supply and a CV next to it. He is called ZXCVster. And yeah, so the LAV you would put here when this goes in here. The thing is, there's just so many units here not doing anything that you can't really expect this guy to live very long. Usually you'd want to bring him, if you're going to do something like this, then you would bring him with a couple airborne engineers, sure. Does this guy have AT? Yeah, but not the AT4s. So yeah, 1 airborne engineers, 1 regular airborne, and then you could just sit around with all that and then smoke everything if you want with the howitzers. I think they have the range. 14k. 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10. Yeah, easily. So, in the meantime, both players just really enthusiastic about smacking their faces into each other in mid. Blue's got the right idea, though, right? If you get down to here with a TOW 2, although he just kind of drove that here and died, like, even if it was here, you can shoot a lot of guys coming down this road. So I'm surprised he didn't just unload it in this building, to tell you the truth. Not sure where he was. I think he was trying to get to here or something. He's got this anyway, which doesn't really serve the same purpose unless it gets to here, which it can do. No problem. And here we go. Airborne Engineers leader. Somehow they're already wounded. I'm not sure how that happened. Oh, okay. Now he's being... Okay, well, you turn off cover and you hide behind the house. Or you just sit there and get shot. The war continues over there. And, yeah, that grenade launcher is killing him. He has noticed. He's noticing. So, yeah, you just turn off cover or he'll go for the house again and you try and... Okay. Very exciting. Also, he had, like, he was just shooting, so... Yeah, no smoke or anything. Could come over here, I suppose. Well, what can I say? Another fighter goes down to the Stingers. Ah, okay, LGBT coming out here. Did he drop the bomb? Yes, he did. Should survive now. Yeah, even if he'd been hit there. And that's the smoke? No, it's not. Okay. But now he knows this is here, and he does have a seed plane left. I mean, we saw it before. It came over here and didn't do anything. Not because this had been switched off, but because it was out of ammo. Good helo cycling here. Another book purchased. And these guys only have 1 HP, so they're probably going to die now. It was a good idea, though, right? I mean, he took this out. Yeah, he's probably not going to make it. So yeah, it's a shame, because if he'd come in with a larger force from the side like that, he could have got more done. Either way, double Strela on the Apache. He does need to run this away right now. Okay, he's just going to try and fight the Strela. Hopefully it doesn't just hit him again. That'd be really embarrassing. Yeah, it does have 20% ECM this, and these only have 45% accuracy, so... In the meantime, the Malka is going for the CV here. And here we go, LAV's coming around here. That's good. That's what you want them for, really. And yeah, it's just really strange that ZXCVster just spent the whole game just putting people in here. Like, he made no attempt to take this and come in from the sides, or push any of these guys out of this zone. They just sat there for the whole game. And yeah, having auto sell off by default does have its disadvantages. Such as this Humvee's just kind of chilling out. More guys in the open, no smoke cover, no nothing. 2 govs being sent now, although this problem has been dealt with. 11 minutes left. Does need to get the Apache back, and he will. Don't think he's actually lost a helo yet. Well, he lost the 120 pointer over here to that seed plane. LAV's going to run out of fuel. If he can get to that Grozovi, though, that's huge. That's a whole supply card there. It's still got half left. Very important. Yeah, there's lots of KDA shuts in here. There's only one Usilania, and he's not in the right place, so none of these guys have that buff. So they're all just dying. Will the LAV make it in time? I think it will. It's probably just going to kill this rather than capture it, although if it captures it, it'd be absolutely hilarious. As you can see, the T-62s can survive the TOW-2s. Oh, it's a shame he shot that. I guess he just isn't looking. Although he just removed it, so... Either way, I mean, if he'd capped it, he would have taken off here, and then I think the book would have immediately obliterated him. Now he's trying to get the Malkas. Oh, the tank's turning round. Can it get its gun round in time? It cannot. Got its hull all the way around, but not its gun. That's interesting. So now he's going on the books, gets the book. He's going on the Malka now, 1 salvo. Oh, gets it, and now he's going on the next book. Oh man, it's an absolute disaster. It's an absolute disaster. Certainly you'd expect KDA to have enough units to cover these side points. Wow, he gets the tank as well. Going straight through the side armor there. It's only got 6 side armor and less rear armor. Might have been rear armor. And this one LAV has got so much work done. The KDA, he's got 1 HP. Wow, what? Okay, I mean, this is like basically the worst rocket launcher in the game, but whatever, maybe he deserves it. Anyway, the Black Hawk should not be sold. They should be sent over here to cover for the Apaches. This should be sold. This Humvee could be sold. Right, lots of things could be happening. I do like using the Black Hawks to scout. It's interesting, like, Blue's still got most of his airtab left. ZXCVster just content to just buy more and more KDA shuts and just doesn't seem inclined to do much else. At least this time he's... Oh, okay, I assume these were purchased here because he was actually going to try something here. No, he's just going to keep smacking his face into that wall, that big blue wall. That beautiful big blue wall, as Trump would say. Anyway, these two have been here for quite some time, and they haven't been healed, so it's a shame, really. They're going to die, and, you know, he could have kept them alive, could have just run them back right now, any second. What the heck? Okay, he's cycling his... I mean, what? Come on, just run back. You've got stuff here. He's bringing in the helis, at least, but... He's losing units that he doesn't... They're not actually dying. That's the really weird part. They just sat there at 1 HP. And the Malka can't shoot because the Malka's dead. What a strange situation. Anyway, this jet is presumably coming for the Heavy Hog. These guys still at 1 HP there. I mean, now he's running them forwards. No, just heal them. You have supply, right? I think. Heavy Hog goes down. He does have 6 of these jets, which is more Heavy Hogs than his opponent has, but the Heavy Hog isn't as important as an Apache, right? So the Apaches are still alive. And yeah, he really needs to run these back. He's using those 105s more, which is nice. Eagle just kind of chilling out, just flying over the middle of the map, because he probably right-clicked on that plane, and then when that plane died, it just does that. It just flies into the middle of the map and dies. It does make it out, but we're not going to see this guy for 4.5 minutes. 5 more KDA shots incoming, and yeah, the VADs are so useful. He needs to buy more VADs, really. I do like the additional CV purchase just in case. Though he does have 3 now, so maybe not. Although at this point in the game, it's basically the only way he can lose. If I was blue in this situation, I'd also be putting some guys in here. Because it's like, how can I lose this game? Alright, just flies another one over those Strelas. Hopefully the 105s are taking notes. Okay, that's where the Strela is, right? That sort of thing. There is a book over there that's been revealed again. Did miss. 105s. They're going on the infantry, which... I mean, at least they're doing something. I'd be going for the AA. And yeah, I mean, there were 4 books, and now there's only 1 left. Or did he only buy 3? Maybe he hasn't bought the 4th one. Either way, this pushing down here is kind of difficult. I mean, Red really needs to put some guys in here and do the same thing down here, as opposed to just constantly putting himself in this very small zone where he can just be shot from the other side, which is what's happening. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. It's sort of inexplicable. I expected a lot better from this player, to tell you the truth. So, these guys still haven't been healed up. Just have to run away, right? It is cool how he's using this on the front lines, because he's got plenty of CVs, so... But that is cool, right? Buff up your guys, make them fight better. And it's 12 men. And there's no arty to kill him. There are still planes, I think. More infantry purchased. He's bought some mortars now. 5 minutes left. Would have been nice to get that near the start, really. Just 1 mortar here can do a lot of work until it, you know, smoking, shooting. Even something like you smoke here and then you can get across there. Or you smoke here and then you can get across there. But no, he just keeps pile driving this one tiny little forest. And Fort Bragg is more than sufficient to stop him, especially with the fire support coming in from the sides, which is the main thing, really. And the artillery helping, like the helicopters will come by and just strafe this and whatnot. The RT routing the KDA shots in there because there's no Mussolini with them. There's no military police with them, so they're just getting sent back. And now they're all dead. I'm surprised, to be honest, that the guy hasn't surrendered. So, too proud to surrender, I guess. So now he's trying something here, which is great. But, like, why now? Why with so few... Why not send these KDA shots with it as well? And then get the mortars for the smoke. Smoke here, smoke here, smoke here. Like, he is on the easy side. We call it this because you can smoke here very easily. That was going for the Apache. Flew over the Stingers. 3 Stingers there. This is max vet. This is 2 vet. This is 1 vet. Here we go, LGBT out. I don't think he's got any targets. Weird. Okay, that was a bit of a weird one. Wow, that's actually doing quite a lot of damage to that plane. It's incredible. That's more than I would expect, actually. Okay. So what he did there was he target switched before the bomb was on its terminal trajectory, so it lost its plotting and just missed. So that's something you do have. If you're going to attack position the ground like that, you have to wait until it stops turning, and then you can give it another order. Because if you get it when it's in the bend, it will just interrupt it and then just keep going at whatever trajectory it was at. Because if you wait until it's in its terminal dive or whatever you call it, should be alright. So here we go, some smoke. Yeah, man. Would have been nice to see that 36 minutes ago, but can't have everything, I suppose. And this is the last KDA shots in charge, but I mean, I think he's just so far behind on the KD now. Some more Blackhawks. I just wish Blue had saved his Blackhawks and then just sent them all in with a plane and some seed, right? And then, oh, there's the CV, bam, dead. Or you just focus all the AA and then they can just stay there and then shoot the CV themselves. So here we go, now he's smoking this and coming in here. This needs to move forwards to this building and then he'll be fine. It's got a Humvee 2 covering it as well. Humvee Tow 2 covering it as well. He's also got a Tow 2 here, so he should be alright. Lots of transports dying there. Wow, the smoke has moved, the smoke has evolved. So now I don't think he'll be able to shoot it. It's a shame this was in the wrong place. If you're blue, you want to target this. with your 105s. You just want to start hitting that smoke. So here we go. I mean, this is one of the reasons why it's the weak side. The thing is, the Dragon can't... if this was an AT4, it'd be able to shoot that, actually. But he can't shoot it. So he needs the laws, yeah. Like, the tank won't be able to get it either because of the minimum range, so... So yeah, I'm surprised that it took him this long to do this. Could have done that a very long time ago. Then he surrenders, so... Yeah, pretty funny game. This is actually his main account. He's rank 7. We've got Fort Bragg here, ranked 233 with a 48% win rate of 601 games. This guy has 1700 on his main account, and he's got multiple accounts. NLA stands for Never Lose Again, if you can believe that. I thought it stood for Nate's Liberation Army, but no, they told me it stands for Never Lose Again. So, wow. So that's the power of the rank 7 player, huh? Very exciting. Anyways, taking out the arty was a real killer move from those LAVs. That's what you want to be doing, really. This has inspired me. I actually want to play 82nd Airborne now. No doubt I'll lose straight away and then get upset because it's not a very good division. And I'll see you in the next one. GG.